is it just me? Hi, my name's Kat. I know Ben because all gay people know each other. We met amongst the smells of light beer and black mold at ye old Grey Fox pub. When I agreed to do the show, I think my biggest goal was to not make myself look foolish, not go out first, not jeopardize my relationship with Ben, and not make everyone hate me. I brought more suitcases than I would have imagined. I guess, does this count as you hauling? I don't even know. I walk in the room, I realize I'm the first person there, and I'm like, this is a damn setup. Like, I was like, how is it that Ben and Josh made me the first person all by my lonesome?
Yeah, we're good. I'm Ivy, and I have known of Ben for a long time, like ever since I met Taylor in college. And Taylor went to high school with Ben, and they did plays and theater things together. I want to prove that, like, Ben and I are actually friends on our own terms, and not just like Taylor's partner.
And why do you want to be competing today?
I grew up going to theater summer camp and making horrible home movies with my sisters. So my favorite was this soap opera that we wrote called Two Deaths to Die, which I just thought was, the funniest thing ever.
So I want to compete on this.
I want to compete on this because this is like the most outrageous, ridiculously fun thing I can possibly imagine doing.
So Ivy enters after me. Her dress is really cool, and she's really pretty, and she has the haircut of a straight woman who is probably going to, that's rude, I'm not gonna say that. She has a haircut that is raising gaydar flags, I'll just say that.
Kat's super cute, and I feel like, oh, cool. So I'm gonna be super distracted. And also realize that Kat does drag, like, professionally. So I'm like, well, I'm fucked.
I'm not really good with one-line catches because I am the catch. Hi, guys. I'm Jessica. That's with one S and a K. Jessika. Okay, I know Ben from way back when I was young. My sister Michelle and Josh are like best friends, and Ben is Josh's husband. Now, I want to say I knew them before they got married, but if I'm wrong, oops. That is how I know Ben. Over the years, as I got older, I feel like I've hung out with them more and more, and now I consider them my friends as well. So we're walking into this competition. I'm really nervous. I'm hoping that I can make it past the first day. Also, I don't really know what to expect. I'm not really good at going with things that are not planned, so I'm actually really nervous to just go with the flow.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
I'm Kat. Next walks in Jessica, and I am immediately drawn to her charisma, and she is also wearing white. Ben assigned us all colors, and I thought back to all of the emails that I read so thoroughly and wondered, did I read the wrong color? Like, how does Jessica have the same color on as me?
So I actually forgot what color I was supposed to wear. I texted Ben to see what color. He said white, but this one I'm a little confused.
Who's ready to get Ben slapped this weekend? Hi, I'm Harold, and I know Ben because Jake's little brother started working at the comic book store after Jake moved away years and years ago, and that's how I met Ben. Then for spy business, I have a cane, and the cane is actually a telescoping little pole that they use to get clothes off of racks at department stores that I got at an auction a long time ago. But it works as a cane, and then if there's any secret agent hijinks where I need to like wax somebody with, then I can just extend it out and go to town, just in case,
I really thought he had like a vision impairment.
Oh, because
Because of his thing. And I got... And then some somebody asked him if his cane was like for a retail grabber, and I'm like, oh my god, you idiot. Like, why are you asking? And then he's like, yeah, it is. And I was like, oh, okay.
I hate drama, so I'm gonna win by playing it straight. Well, maybe not completely straight. Hi, I'm Alan. I know Ben because we went to college together at Truman State and we were both theater majors, and he directed me in several shows. I first found out about Bifford when Ben was doing the first season. He had asked me to be on it then, but I couldn't make it because of work schedules and being out of town. When Ben and Josh and I were drunk at a gay bar in Seattle, Ben was drunk and he brought up how I didn't do his TV show, and I didn't do his TV show. How come I didn't do his TV show? So when he asked me to do this season, it was an immediate yes.
Wow, so I was drunk. Okay.
Surprising, right?
I feel like Alan and I could reenact Ben and Josh's wedding in these outfits, honestly.
Yeah, actually.
So who's
You got
playing
a little,
who?
like, James Bond vibe going on. I like
Thank
the
you.
flower.
That's exactly what I was going for.
I walk into the room, I'm feeling good, I think I look great. I see Kat and their outfit. They were looking real good, and I started to get a little worried.
Me, I'm here for two reasons. Simply to be Ben's best friend and to find Robbie.
Where is he? Paul, do you want to do it again?
that was really nervous. Me? Well, oh gosh. Robbie, are you here? Hi. People may know me as Psychic Paul, or Kelly Sunshine, or click the link in the bio, or Paul. How do I know Ben? I know Ben because she's my drag parent. I found out about Biffer many moons ago when I was stalking this young man, legal, Robbie. And I was like, oh my gosh, how can I get to Robbie? In my connection, in my friendship with Ben, I found out that he does this competition show, and I'm like, absolutely, like, I need to be on it. Why? Because I'm competitive. I'm a Capricorn. Oh shit, what does a goat do? What does the goat do?
Hi.
I'm joking. Hi.
I'm joking and Kat.
Oh shoot, that's low. Hi Kat. How are you?
Better now.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here.
So you can go home sooner?
Well, I mean, they did start with the winners first, so
That's
everyone
true.
else-
I'm nervous as fuck. Kat's directly across, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Full-time drag performer. This is going to be actual competition. I'm nervous galore. Nervous galore, is that a thing?
I may be starting as the underdog, but I'm leaving as Ben's bitch. My name is Megan, and I met Ben freshman year of college at Truman University because he was good friends with my best friend Sarah. I found out through the show through Ben because there was a last minute drop, and I had always wanted to kind of be included in one of these fun like mystery parties that he throws, and so as soon as he texted me, I was like, yeah, I'm in. And then my friend Sarah W texted me, how are you feeling about this weekend? And I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just get myself into? I'm hoping to make really great friends today. I'm hoping to build new relationships, definitely get my groove on, and really kind of, shake what my mama gave me.
What's your name? I'm Megan. That was really hard to say.
Megan, you
looked
looked
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I was honestly threatened by everyone in the room because I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but as soon as I sat down, they were super friendly, and I actually thought I recognized Kat from a picture on a wall that I saw at a club this summer, and then I found out that it was actually the person that I was thinking of, and that was really exciting.
Don't piss off your hairstylist, Ben. I'll say you committed the murder. I'm Michael Rockefeller, Ben's hairstylist, but before that we actually met at one of our retail stores that we actually worked at together. And we also performed together, and we just gotten to know each other over the years. So I actually think I found out about the show because we were snooping at a party one time and we saw DVDs sitting on the shelf, and I was like, what is this? Me and my partner were chatting about it, and we're like, we have to ask about it. So then it was brought up, and I was like, we have to see the episode. And at first there was like hesitation of like, not yet. And then we got to watch an episode. I'm like, I'm obsessed. I want to be a part of this. When can I do it? Well, I just want to have fun. Sometimes I can be so serious, so when I'm in the competition, like I wanted to make sure I'm having fun because this is an experience unlike any other experience that I'll get to have, and something so out of my comfort zone because I'm always so like reserved and conservative, and so like I'm like, this is my chance to kind of break out of my shell and kind of inspo to be more like Ben.
I love that Victorian villain look.
I'm obsessed.
You're already
Watch out.
It gives Billy Porter, but I hope you like Billy Porter.
I do. That was actually the inspiration.
So more and more people are entering. I'm starting to get a little nervous because the room is starting to feel smaller with more people filling up. I really noticed Michael when he walks into the room. I love his dress. I think it's really cool. It reminds me of Billy Porter, and I really like Billy Porter, so I was really excited to get to know Michael.
When I first come in, I'm sitting on the couch, I only recognize two people. I know Ivy because I've done Ivy's hair, and then I also know Kat because we were drag performers together. Me and Kat reigned at the same time for an organization.
Oh, hi friends.
Hey, friend!
And I can immediately feel his passion and how excited he is to be back in the saddle of this thing he said he was never going to do again. Seeing his excitement for everything that is to come and seeing all of the preparation that had already gone into it in the first 5 minutes, I was already like, okay, we're in for a ride.
Of course Ben's wearing that outfit.
Welcome to Biffer Secret Agents. This is everyone's first time. Yeah. Let's mix that up. So 8 is cute, but 12 is fierce. Let's get a few more competitors. Please welcome to the stage. We have returnees.
Once did no harm.
Twice was for Ben. Third time's the charm. Aw, shit, here we go again.
Give me some fucking tequila.
And give me a crown.
My name is Sarah J, and I know Ben from an ex of his that ended up not working out, and we became friends after the fact. And you might know me from seasons 1 and 2 of Benjamin Bobby's Best Friends Race, where I played the makeup challenged Helena Handbag. But I'm back and I get to be myself this time, which is great. I'm apparently crazy enough to do this 3 times, considering that the first time I went home first, second time I went home second. Who knows, maybe I'll go home on the 3rd episode this time. Today I want to be able to show Ben and the judges that this time I'm taking it seriously. The other times I was focused on having to present myself as a character within the competition itself. And this time I want to show that I've had time to work on myself, and I want this crown. I want this crown so bad.
My name is Michelle, and if you do not know, I'm a mother now. And funny story, I actually know Ben because we share the same man. Ben's husband is my best friend. So I was actually on season 1 and season 2 of Biffer. Season 1 was some bullshit, because who gets eliminated over a coaster? Season 2, I actually was robbed because I should have won. So now here I am on Secret Agents, and I'm so excited because I actually like Ben now, and he likes me. So I think that I have a good chance of winning. My goal for this competition really is like to win. Because I think this is the first season that I'm actually taking it serious.
Michelle is one of the actual, real friends that I've made through this competition and getting to enter with her. We worked on that catchphrase together, and I love what we came up with, and I love the way that we entered.
I actually, like, from the few seasons I have done, she is one of the ones that I actually like.
Well, these two have been fabulous. They both were planned early outs in season 1, and then season 2 they got to compete. One of them did really well, and one of them is getting another chance. So go on in, guys, say hi. Hi!
There are a lot of people that I know. I've done some murder mysteries with Ivy. We've hung out with Harold a couple times here as well. And there's also a couple of new faces, a couple that I recognize, Alan being one of them. And I'm really nervous about Alan because I know that he and Ben are super tight and have been for a very long time, so I know he's going to be good competition. But I'm really excited to get to do this with a whole new group of people who don't know the craziness of these weekends of doing all this.
And I'm looking into the room. This is the first season that I get to do with not only my sister, but a friend on the outside world.
So real life friendship with Michelle. She's phenomenal. She's a great person. We're gonna be the best at what we do together.
In walks my sister, of course, whatever.
I'm sure everybody knows me, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's enough room on the couch for you guys.
When I got the message from Ben before the competition that I had to wear black, my initial thought was, is Ben giving me black because I'm black? If he is, that's a little racist. But then when I walk in, I saw that a couple of other bitches had on black and they were not black. So racism went out the window and I'm like, what the hell is this? Why am I not special?
All right, so we have 2 more competitors for you.
So then the bitches keep coming.
Nothing's gonna hold us back. Not even you. Yay! I'm Kelsey Davis. I know Ben because I forced myself onto this show years ago. I met Ben through Sarah Jameson Cordoza and was hanging out with her watching season 1 and said, I have to be on this, I have to be a part of this. This is what I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to. And luckily, Ben and Josh were on their way over to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and it basically was like, hi, I'm Kelsey. I want to be your new best friend. And Ben said, maybe. You know, in my first time on Biffer, I had such a great time. I didn't get quite to delirious mode, but I sure did on All Stars.
It touched my heart. My puppy heart.
Oh man.
And the only people who placed above me were Ben's literal brother, Ben's sister-in-law slash best friend, or should I say best friend slash sister-in-law, because they were friends first, and then college like roommate bestie. So I feel like I did pretty well there. This season, I want to be first. I mean, I was 7th, I was 4th, 7, 4, 1. That's the math. I think I'm too pretty for math.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I met Ben our freshman year in college. Labor Day weekend, some of the only 2 left on our floor that didn't go home, and so we went and got KFC and hung out and been friends ever since. This is not my first time at the rodeo. I have been on 2 previous seasons of Biffer. I was in season 1, did not know what to expect, and then returned for All Stars, of course, and had so much fun. I am excited to see what's coming up this season. I am here to make it to the end. I, of course, want to win, but I also just want to be a part of it.
When we were on All Stars, Sarah got a box of Doom to give to somebody, and she gave it to me. And that box of Doom was that I had to be handcuffed to somebody else who was still like in the game. And so I turned it back around and handcuffed myself to Sarah.
But we prevailed in that episode and carried that through here. We had our tiny little handcuffs that we broke free because no one is going to hold us back.
So Sarah bought these handcuffs on Amazon and thinking they were going to be like human size, and they were child size handcuffs.
They have the smallest handcuffs I've ever seen in my entire lesbian life. Like, where they got those, I don't know. Are they handcuffs for dogs? Like, where did these people get these teeny tiny plastic breakable handcuffs?
Thank you so much for doing this. I'm super excited to see what you've done. Sarah has a reputation for starting a little slow and then being the bitch to beat at the end. And Kelsey has been real strong, and now we're really good friends. So everyone have fun!
So once we enter, we see everyone's already there. I was happy to see Alan. I haven't seen him in years, so that was super exciting. I was really excited to see Megan there. I've known her since grade school, and she is a scene stealer.
Oh my goodness, Sarah W is back in the competition. I truly respect her and like her. And then there's Kelsey. And I know I sent Kelsey home. I did not like her at all the season we were on together. But I am a mother now, so you know, I'm like reflecting and thinking back to like what I've done. And so I'm really gonna be nice and see if we can form a new relationship.
I was excited to see Michelle. I was really excited to be able to compete against her and be able to connect with her in that way.
Kelsey is very knowledgeable. She is very research driven. That's gonna be my competition.
I am really intrigued by Harold. He has so much potential, and he is so creative and so talented.
All right, so we have a competition today. What is gonna happen is we are doing a challenge every episode, and there will be a lip sync at the end based on how you all performed. The loser of the lip sync will be eliminated, but I still love you, I promise. And then there is a twist this season. This is Biffer, Secret Agents. Biffer means Benjamin Bobby's best friend race. And the term Biffer was coined by one Robbie Moorfield. I'm sorry he's not here, Paul. So
am I.
Secret agent means that you are all agents and spies. Here's how this season's Secret Agent twist will work. At the start of every episode, each contestant will have a one-on-one with Ben. If the contestant is deemed a friend, they will continue the episode as normal. However, one contestant each episode will be assigned the role of Secret Agent. The Secret Agent will receive a special task. If the Secret Agent successfully completes their task, they can earn safety, pending how well they keep their secret identity, of course. One of you has already been assigned my Secret Agent for this first episode. So, keep your eyes peeled and good luck sleuthing. Do you notice anything suspicious about your outfits?
No.
That mine is better than everyone's.
Bitch, what?
I said suspicious, not expected. You are all dressed in black and white. That is because this season we are doing teams.
I feel like I should have seen this coming, but I didn't. And I love it.
I literally hear dun 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 in my brain. And my brain just goes, teams!
So I have two favorite reality television shows. Drag Race, which is the inspiration for this show, but I also really like Survivor. So when you aren't wearing these outfits, I thought it would be fun if you got...
We actually got Biffer buff, and that's just made me think, like, wow, what's the budget this season?
A buff. A fucking buff. And I love Survivor because Ben got me into Survivor. Because when I was on season 2, someone dressed up as the Survivor person. I watched all of it. I have seen all of Survivor. I love it. What's a buff?
Who wants to do a challenge? All right, so the first challenge is a choreography challenge.
Choreography challenge, right up my alley, as long as I have time to prepare. So we'll see how this goes.
I did marching band, and I sometimes shimmy around, but in terms of shimmying with other people, I have concerns.
Okay. You're going to work in your teams to choreograph a dance. So the first part of the dance you're gonna choreograph on your own, and the last part of the dance is the same for both teams.
Okay, so being announced as a dance challenge, I was a little bit nervous. I do have a little experience with dance. I was on a dance team, but kind of by default because I knew the president and she just needed like people. I wasn't actually that good.
Well, I brought in a professional choreographer. You might know her from season 2.8 and All Stars. We have Jamila here today.
I volunteer as tribute to whoop these bitches' ass.
Jamila did a little choreography. Hopefully you got the video and got a little time to practice.
Yes, the choreography video was, I think, 300 pixels by 200 pixels tall, sent to us via phone. And I watched it a bunch of times and I was like, I cannot, I see the hand movement, like, that's it.
Now talk about why you haven't bought an iPhone yet. Just kidding. You're gonna spend a half hour working with Jamila on the choreography. So I'm gonna be judging different songs for different teams, and then the last half is the same with the same choreography. So I'm gonna be looking at your creativity in the first half, and I'm gonna look for how well you hit Jamila's choreography, and if you're having fun.
Thank the gay gods that Jamila is coming to judge and help us out with this.
There are two different songs. One is called 100% Stronger, and the other song is called Formation of the Century. So you're going to decide amongst yourselves who's doing which song. All right, teams, talk it out, figure out who's doing what.
I have big thoughts, big reactions, and I'm trying to downplay them. I'm playing a long game of camaraderie and humility. So as soon as Ben announced that we were gonna get to pick what the song was, I think to myself, I will do whatever it takes to get the number that I want. But out of my mouth, I think comes something like, oh, well, what does everyone else want to do?
All right, ready to now talk about the song.
Okay, we're good.
100%.
I never heard any of those fucking songs.
It's Stronger and
You know Formation is Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce's Formation mashed up with Centuries by Fall Out Boy.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
And we're fine with that then.
Cool.
No drama. Love
Yeah,
that.
easy.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Should we start? I'm gonna try to take their numbers.
No. That'll come later.
All right, does anybody have any choreography experience?
Inside my body have so many ideas where I think that we should go with this number that would really be stunning. And on the outside of my body, I'm trying to let the group guide the direction and kind of blow it discreetly in the direction that is also my direction.
But so y'all are gonna be third on your moment with the camera though, because with the peel off, you should peel first. And
I think since there's 6 of us, maybe we split 3 and 3 and then come in. What do you think? The drag bar where I work now does like choreographed numbers sometimes.
I trust you enough, Kat.
I've worked with choreographers before. I've done very basic choreography before, so I have in my brain at this point ideas of things that groups of people can do together that is easy to learn and will look just fine.
swirl. And then I think we should do just a bump here. I think, okay, here's what I think. I don't want to manhandle the group. We should high five.
I think our group did a good job of having a plan that was solid and cohesive and cooperative and aligned with my plan that I wanted all along.
Maybe when the music starts, we look at the camera, maybe? Yeah, what if we do like a beat? Yeah. Yeah.
Kat was kind of taking the lead. She did a great job of being a leader without like actually being bossy to us, like more of making suggestions and guiding us, and didn't cause anyone to really like rebel against it.
Just follow you and then
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone kind of have that?
you guys do that.
I think it works.
Okay, let's
So-
we should do something together.
Yeah, oh, that's what we're gonna do.
I actually really enjoy dancing. I took dance classes in high school. I did it when I was little too. Megan and I took dance classes together, and so we know some routines and stuff. There was one point we were performing performing in the basement, and I look over at Ben and he's like,
Are you serious?
Alright, why don't we do the second song?
Yeah,
we gotta do this.
Just something, because if we don't, then we have a gap. When we're working together in the basement, we're all focused on making sure that we have something for every part of it. For those that watched season 2, you'll remember my comment about having the choreography with Robbie about 85% there, and that was a lie. But this time around, we're really wanting to make sure that we hit every single part of the song, start to finish, and have something there.
Let's listen to the second song, figure something out. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Agreed.
Okay, so we're
And time! Alright, good job everyone!
I am super nervous. Every time we try to perform the dance, it changes, and I don't know what we're supposed to do. We had a plan that other people just kept spinning off and dancing their sparkly dresses in different directions.
Okay, should we do that?
This is good TV right here. Alright.
What do y'all feel?
My first thought, we're in the same line. I have a propensity for taking over things. I know this about myself. I am competitive. I want to be the best. So I did what I could to lead without leading, because I didn't want to be a leader, because in all reality shows, the leader's the first to go, right? They're on the bottom, then you're fucked.
What if we started on the ground, like West Side Story style?
Do you want all the same side hand, or do you want us to
I don't think it matters.
Let's all do the same. Let's
Yeah,
all
I like
I'll do
that.
left hand.
Everything has to be left.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
So once you guys go up, I'm gonna move to the right.
Oh, we have to
Perfect.
walk off, don't we?
So,
Yeah.
So like, should we all throw some choreography in there?
I think so.
At
Yes.
some point?
Yeah. Yeah.
is it all? Well, hold on. Is it all right hand or left hand?
All left.
All left.
Oh,
hand.
left.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, I forgot. I've been doing right.
Well.
What are we doing? What are we
I'm noticing like nobody's really super taking the lead.
Bam, 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 bam,
Pound, pound, pound.
bam, 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 and then
Pound, pound,
Right.
pound, pound, pound.
bam, bam, bam.
If we're banging, I think we should all just air bang instead of
Yes.
actually bang.
You know what? The choreography that we came up with together was actually much easier because we were able to choreograph to our group's level of ability. Na na na, step together. Na na na, step together.
1 minute, then a windmill. We got
And don't forget the fingers.
it. Never do, buddy.
Not you. I meant the counting. Like, keep your hands
I
up
love you
there.
so much.
Dun dun dun.
We
on a
do
cracker.
Alright, let's see what you got.
We're just warming up.
Yeah, everyone kind of do some. Do whatever I was doing. Be water.
Be water.
Water. Shed your inhibition. Right, we start off.
We're just jumping into it.
Put that there.
You know, I normally root for black, but I don't think this is it. So, fingers crossed. We're gonna see what we can get going on. But I don't have much faith.
That's terrible. But one note, it's not a swim.
It's not a swim. It's an ultra serve.
That's what you
It's a
chose
matrix.
to zero in on.
I mean, it's a compliment because you were the only one. I was like doing the moves, like, right?
I can see who's actually practiced and then who just like didn't give a fuck. Paul's over there just like doing some moves with his hands and feet. So at least I looked at the video. I don't know if Michelle or Paul looked at the video, but it doesn't look like it. Ivy is crushing it, so a little concerned about that. Thankfully, I'm in the back, so I'm only halfway having to do things. Kelsey was on it. She had good energy and good like leadership skills.
Hello, friends. How's it going? Hi. Oh, you all look so energized and excited.
We're so excited.
Awesome. Jamila, thank you for doing this. How are you doing? They're doing great.
Okay.
So you're kind of being windmill with your arms, so you're going.
Just say windmill.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
He's your friend, Jay.
Right. I do know Jamila. She's a bitch. She knows I can't dance. She knows I can't pop, lock, and drop it. She's doing this like bam, 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 kick, bam, 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 kick, then donkey, ee-haw. And I'm just like, I can't do it. I literally cannot do it.
To the offside.
Awesome. You guys are great. I will see you later. Goodbye.
Michelle, I need you to move more to the right so they don't see me.
Guest judge Jamila. Maybe she'll give me an advantage and like because we are best friends, like give me a little leeway. But she's kind of a bitch, so I doubt it.
And 5.
No! I might be going home for the first time. Ah!
6.
Oh.
5.
5.
4.
Yes, 4.
So
4.
I said 4.
Make your fingers more.
Your fingers are
Fingers go.
Paul is like a lost deer in the headlights, a little bit.
They seem excited.
We did.
Right.
Okay.
I'm a little more confident about our second one.
I think we're gonna be good.
Okay.
So you guys want to line up in 6, and you basically want to 3 in front, window, and 3 in back. Go
Damn it.
Clearly, this team did not take me seriously as a choreographer because they came unprepared, and I'm a little bit disappointed.
I don't think Jamila likes me very much. In All Stars, we were up against each other and she ended up going home in that challenge. And I remember hearing her yelling in the other room, not liking me too much.
What I lack in choreography confidence, I make up for in goofy charisma and tried to, I'm trying to slay the competition with face and himbo finery.
Kat and Sarah W, I'm impressed by because they're really taking the notes from Jamila and just running with it. Sarah especially. I'm watching Jamila do the routine and then Sarah is picking it up like right then and there. It's like a copy paste. I'm honestly worried about Alan and myself. I know that I am a weak dancer. I'm doing my best, but it still feels like even when we put the whole thing together, that I'm missing some crucial chunks to it.
I'm feeling like I'm the weakest link in this because I do not know the 6 dance very well.
I feel like Alan is he is the supportive puppy that you need.
All right, friends, how's it going? Good. Everyone having fun?
Yeah.
I'm seeing some moving and grooving. How are they actually doing?
Oh, they're doing great, actually.
Oh, they are. Okay,
They
good.
are.
Good to know. So do you have a favorite?
A favorite group or a favorite person?
Both.
Yes.
Ooh, I love that. All right, have fun. I'm gonna go get pretty for you. And I'll see you. Break a leg. I love you, even if you suck. Bye.
Stop that. Stop that.
ready for a twist and turn. I'm not dancing this season, but you're about to watch my two teams move and groove. They had to do a choreographed dance, half that they came up with on their own, and half that Jamila from 2.8 and All Stars helped them with. Let's see how they did. But first, let's find out who's gonna help me judge. We have Jamila! Honey, hi. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Good. Am I in for a treat?
You're in for a scare.
All right, and please welcome my number one boo, the light of my life, and the person who's helping make all of this happen, Joshua! Hey! So Josh, are you excited to see some dancing?
Yes, if that's what we're calling it.
All right, let's see how my friends did! Woo! 3, 2, 1.
Unwrap your hard candies now.
Some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you will remember me for centuries. We'll go down in history. Remember me for centuries.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm not really surprised that Michelle is the center of attention, exactly where I knew she'd be.
I don't have a limit, I'm just getting started. I am unstoppable, ask anybody. I just get to it, no time for excuses. I do what I do and I do it again. I really do what I say. Ain't got no time to be playing no games. I just be I'm making the plays. Get money too and I'm winning the race. Pick out the face. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Pick up the pace.
I feel really bad, but I was kind of thinking like, we got this, because they weren't that good, and I kind of leaned over to my teammates, Sarah J and Kat, and I was like, God, I think we got this, and they agreed. So no offense, but yeah, it wasn't that good.
We're one of a kind, no category. Too many years lost in history. We're free to take our crowning glory for 5 more minutes. We're 6.
Oh my god, I feel so much better about our performance.
We started our choreography, everything was going great, and then it all went to hell. I couldn't see Ivy or Michael anymore, and I'm guessing that they did okay, but the other 4 of us just like went. I think maybe we should have just all went like, Jesse!
There wasn't a lot going on. It was kind of a wandering mush. I'm not really sure what they were going for. I guess they were happy with it, that's fine, but our team immediately looked at each other and we're like, all right, we can slay this, because whatever we put out there after this is gonna be great.
We just performed, and I think we did really well. And by we, I mean my team, not me. Definitely nervous.
other team is doing really decent.
If I'm being perfectly honest, their own choreography is more impressive. There's more, it's just more dynamic. There are more things happening.
We're one of a kind, no category. Too many years lost in history. We're free to take our crowning glory for 5 more minutes. We're 6. Whoa, whoa, we're 6. Whoa, we're 6. Whoa, whoa, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more minute. We're 6.
They really put something together.
So I see the other team perform and I'm like, oh my gosh, Sarah W is really killing it. And I really noticed that the team is consistently looking to her for that guidance. So I'm starting to think, is she going to be competition as well within this?
Everybody looks great. Kat is a performer. Kat's a professional. It's like very obvious just in terms of stage presence, like facial expressions. You can tell she's very comfortable on stage.
Wow, friends, that was really amazing. Go up to the mission debriefing room, cool off. We're gonna have a little chit chat, and I'll see you soon for your secret agent guesses.
Here we are in the room after doing something. Also, we had just got that secret agent business too, so like I'm trying to keep an eye out for any suspicious activity and like wondering what the heck is going on or not, like, you know, keeping an eye on everyone.
I'm not sure how people normally are in this room, and I'm not sure how they normally talk, and I think that might lead to an advantage for me too because they don't know me. So right now I'm really kind of looking for something like, is someone getting up a lot? Is there someone that has, is there a word that's being repeated? So I really have to keep my eye out for any type of suspicious behavior.
Can we get names?
What a strange bird I am.
Yeah, name game.
Yeah, name game.
Name game, please.
Sarah, you should.
Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah W. I met Ben freshman year at Truman. My roommate was former contestant Becky Parmacell, and so we became friends and we ate KFC, and yeah.
I am Michelle.
Michelle.
Yes, and I actually met Ben. It's crazy. I was in a relationship with Josh before he came out the closet.
Shut up. Sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Michelle dated Josh? It's not true. Like,
And then for real, that's crazy. Now I miss a lot of signs. It's just okay.
Like all of them?
So did Josh.
This is
And then-
new information.
And then I met Ben. Actually, it was Josh, Amber, and me at a club. Josh and I still dating. Ben was at the club. And Josh met Ben. And then they hit it off. And then Josh came out the closet. And then I became the girlfriend to the best friend. So me and Ben did not get along for the first 3 years.
I am 99.999% sure that her and Josh were not dating and out of the clubs at the night that he met Ben, and then he came out to be with Ben and dumped her.
All right.
How does anyone believe that?
Because he's so gay.
Because why would no one know it until now? Why would this be the moment Michelle chose to reveal it?
That's not true. None of that was true. You're just lying.
It's almost
I'm Jessica. I'm actually Michelle's little sister. So I met them when she met them. Funny backstory. I knew Josh longer, obviously. So I used to go to
You dated Ben.
Anyway, I'm Kelsey. I met Ben and Josh through Sarah. Sarah showed me season 1, and I was obsessed.
What's your sun sign?
I think the secret agent is Megan because she's being different. I guess weird, but like everyone's weird. We're all mad here. So like I don't know if the way that she's acting is her usual way of acting or if it's a different way of acting. You know, how do I know? I don't really know these people. Like if I saw Sarah acting differently, either of them, I would recognize that. But I don't know what to look out for in terms of differences or outside of character activities.
I'm Ivy. She, her.
Ooh, damn it. She, her.
I know Ben through my partner who went to high school with Ben and like did theater stuff with him. So I met Ben and Josh, and then I heard about this show and I cast myself. And Josh was like, never again. And Ben was secretly like,
Okay, my name is Paul. He, him, she, hers. I met Ben and Josh through Jamila. I wanted to start dabbling in drag, so Ben is actually my drag parent. They do different types, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't talk about like someone called out. So was one person here? Was one person here a fill-in, or were there?
Yeah, Sunday I got the emails, and Sarah messaged me Monday morning like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm ready."
I find out that one of the contestants had to drop out right before the competition, and that there was one of the 12 was someone who had to step in for that person. That person only had a week. And then I find out this person is Megan, and now I am terrified of her. I think she's definitely someone to watch, because if she can prep that much in a week, I have no idea what she's capable of.
So I think there's a lot of competition this year.
So do you think there's more competition now than like before?
We just did a whole choreography challenge on episode 1. What do you think?
I mean, Sarah Jameson is very extroverted. And
Just her perfect.
What was the best challenge in previous seasons?
The Snatch games are pretty cool. The like
Or the talk show.
ones.
Or the
Yeah,
talk
the
show.
talk show.
celebrity.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk a little bit about how you thought the rehearsals all went?
Were you guys happy with how yours went? That's a
I
good
think
question.
so.
Compared to where we started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went the best it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, but also props to Kat, who took charge with us, was kind of like the de
Kat
facto
was
leader,
a
which I was totally fine.
Choreo Kat.
I think we were all watching Sarah.
We were watching Sarah.
Ivy, do you have previous dance experience? Because I was looking at you the whole time.
no.
Liar!
With them shoes?
With these shoes?
She got
With them
little
shoes.
damn shoes.
Yeah, no, I took classical ballet for like 15 years.
That's
That's
dance
experience.
experience.
Yeah, it's being facetious, guys.
I know.
So I grew up homeschooled with very little social life outside of ballet class. So I have a lot of experience with dance.
Wait, is that like for real?
Yeah.
Like you ballerina?
Yeah.
Can you go on front right now?
Just your favorite ballerina pose.
My favorite.
Yeah, can you?
Come on. Put it on
I want
spot.
to see some ballet.
No, I couldn't.
Yes!
Okay.
Get it.
Oh, so white team. Who do you think was your lead dancer, your best dancer?
Sarah. We were following Sarah.
Our best dancer or your best dancer?
Ours.
Both. No, I want to know both.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely
I told you
I
it
will
was.
say Paul's finger guns were
The
highly.
finger guns were amazing.
When were we doing finger guns?
That was my little moment.
Who do you think was the worst dancer on your team?
Shade.
I'll take
Me? Were you in front of Michelle?
It was Michelle.
I think I was a tie. It was a tie.
So I'm thinking about the agent, and I'm just like, basically, I'm trying to think of what possibly could have been the thing, and the only thing that's like suspicious is like, I feel like, did you learn the choreography or did you not learn the choreography on purpose? So, for instance, like Paul was just like wailing his arms around, and I had no clue what he was doing. And Michelle also like several times she was like, "Do you want to be in the back?"
You can't have
Like it was
Yeah.
a moment. It was. You were hard not to watch, like in a good way.
Was any
Like in a good way. Like it was fun.
was
Like a car wreck.
Ivy was the worst dancer.
I
will
would like
remember.
to say who is not a threat to, who you think you can beat.
I think Paul. Sorry, Paul.
What?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Oh, man. For you.
I know. Michael points me out and says, I don't think you're competition, Paul. I just found it odd to be like, I'm not competition. This is barely the beginning.
Awesome.
We have yet to see where we go.
Hey, room. Who do you guys think Ben's best friend is? Here.
What?
It's Sarah all day long.
Has he ever gone camping for you? Because he learned to camp for
The
me.
Boy Scouts.
He used my tent.
I mean, your family,
We
so
got
that's
into
an
a BFF
automatic
fight
casting.
when
But
I was his best friend before I was really.
it might be Sarah.
She already wins all the categories.
Yeah.
She is the best friend.
When Sarah gets hit by a bus.
When not you.
Oh my gosh, that was pretty wild. Jamila, good work in the limited time that you guys had.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's cut the shit. We've got to come up with some highs and some lows. People who stood out to me right away were Kat, Ivy, Jess, Michael.
The placement of the people is very important. Like, you want to put your strongest people centered because that's the people we're going to be focused on, and you put your weaker people around.
So a lot of that is who's taking charge in the moment, and you obviously got to spend a lot of time with people. When I was going back and forth kind of watching them rehearse, there were definitely loud voices in the room. Kat was a loud voice. Kelsey chimed in appropriately. Sarah J was talking.
Yes. Sarah Winkler, she wasn't loud, but she was very attentive.
She was.
She took note. Like, I gave her a correction and she immediately fixed it. So
Love
she
that.
was definitely one of my favorites.
So for a winner, my eyes could not come away from Ivy. The floor work at the beginning alone had me already sold. She was chipper. She was like not just hitting it, but looked confident and was hitting it with gusto.
Kat was good, but I don't know
Who would you
what
put
made
in?
Kat stand out to you over Jess.
Jess was killing it when she killed it, but I saw her mess up.
I feel like Megan overshadowed Jess when Jess had her moment.
So
we have an honorable mention of Kelsey because she helped
She did
her
great.
group.
All right, thank you both for your help. I am excited that we agree. I think that was a good first episode. Energy's up. Now I'm gonna bring them in for their secret agent guesses to see if that changes anything. And yeah, so you guys are good to back away and we'll bring some friends down. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Who is your guess for this episode's secret agent? Any friend who guesses correctly wins immunity. If the secret agent fools at least 2 contestants, the agent wins immunity. The friend who receives the most votes when they are not actually the secret agent wins the title of Red Herring for the next episode, where they will be rewarded an advantage.
Okay, hi, my name's Kat, and I think that the secret agent
It's
is
very difficult, right? Because we got split into 2 teams, so we really didn't get to see the other team very much.
But I've got to make a guess, and I think the secret agent is
Ivy, because she broke out into a little ballerina dance routine when we were talking about dance experience.
Okay, I really don't know. There's only 2 people that I think it is.
I think the secret agent is
Megan.
And why?
And why? Because she's the only one that's done anything odd today that I've noticed.
I think Kelsey is a secret agent because she kind of stayed quiet throughout the entire show, and then when it came to performing, she was in it but wasn't really in it. Like, is she here to sabotage? I'm not sure.
It's hard. I mean, I honestly, if I had to just take a guess, gun to my head.
And Michelle, because she just told some story about her and Josh being in a relationship, and I had never heard that before, so I think that was a lie. So I think she was making that up for part of her secret agent mission.
My final guess, though, is going to be Sarah J. Only because that bitch was out the first time, the first season, the second time, the next season. So it has to be something where she would have did a third time. So she has to have some type of immunity. And if it's not Sarah J, it's the fucking judges because they kept messing up everything. So that's my guess.
Thank you, girl. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, what an amazing first episode. Did y'all have fun? Yeah! And that's what I wanted, so thank you so much. I'm gonna be really nice, and since you all put in your good old college try this episode, I'm not going to eliminate anyone right now.
Thank you.
Ben says no one's going home. And then I'm looking, it's like, these people are really good.
We've done so much work. We've done so much preparation, and we've just gotten here to know everybody. So it was good to know that no matter what, everyone got to be in at least 2 episodes.
I'm kind of pissed because like there's still bitches here, so I gotta fight harder. But I am relieved because I was actually like getting to know people, and I'm actually like kind of scared when the first person goes home because I cry at the drop of a hat. So whoever goes home first, I will probably cry. So love you.
So, since you all have one more episode,
y'all will be cut at some point. Don't get too excited.
but since y'all have one more episode, I thought I'd show you what you're competing for. So, the winner of Biffer Secret Agents gets a lifetime supply of my love. Yay! And the coolest thing, I was partial to the Mickey Mouse one, but we thought we'd step it up just a little bit. You guys are competing for this job. Right there.
You guys got money.
All right. We do have to discuss the secret agent. So there was a secret agent this episode, and someone guessed correctly. So if there was going to be an elimination, congratulations, Ivy, for guessing correctly. You would have just been safe, but I will note this throughout the competition. So good job. Thank you. So as far as the secret agent, they did not complete their task. Boo! Boo! I'm not going to tell you what it was. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to reveal who it was. That's up to Ivy and the secret agent if they want to reveal that.
Are you kidding me? So, not only do we not get to know who the secret agent in this episode is, that person, they could potentially just lie and say that they're the secret agent in another episode. It's too much. It's shenanigans.
So we'll see if Ivy spills any tea.
Oh my gosh, I'm like shocked that I got it right. And Ben is not revealing who it was. So immediately I'm like, ooh, this is like competition currency right now. Like I have a secret. I know it, knows it, and that's basically it.
Ooh, I'm having fun. Ooh. All right. So Michelle, Sarah, Jameson, Allen, you 3 can go take a seat. Megan, Harold, Paul, you 3 can take a seat. You 6, step forward, please. Congratulations, you 6 were my favorite this episode. All right, so we still have to decide a winner, and the top 2 are going to get to lip sync for the win.
And the prize.
And the prize. The prize is, it's simple, it's cute, it's dinner with Ben on Ben. We're going to go through the critiques and tell you all why you guys are standing here for this episode, all right?
So Jessica, I felt like you had some very strong standout moments. Your no-gi was fun and exciting. I think you did a great job and you stood out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sarah W., when I gave you a note to like fix something, you did it immediately and you kept it going throughout the entire performance. So I really appreciate that. You did a good job.
I was really happy at Jamila's feedback. I did not expect to hear anything positive from her regarding me, and she told me that I took direction well and that she could see I was working at it, and I was working really hard, partially because I heard her complain about how no one paid attention to the choreography that she sent, and I wanted to prove that yes I did and I'm trying.
Ivy, you starting on the floor, I was like, casting. Oh, yes. So that was really exciting. And then my eye kept going too. I was watching you the entire time. So good job.
I like how that compliment was really for you. For the casting.
Oh, that'll be happening the entire 2 days.
Kelsey, you weren't completely like overtaking moments. Like you stepped in an appropriate time to lead things where they needed to be changed, and you helped people with the verbiage a lot and the wording in the pacing of the song.
Thanks.
Kat, you're a performer. I was very entertained. When I was watching you all do your practices, you were doing a really good job of leading that without being bossy. And I thought that was really impressive.
Michael, my favorite. So you were in the back, and you was like, oh, I don't know if this is for me, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as that first hit in your face, I was like, casting.
You're welcome.
Yes, you did that. You did that.
So the top two are Ivy and Kat.
Yay! I'm super excited that I'm in the top two. At the same time, like I am like aware that this could put a target on my back.
So Ben gives me my feedback and I find out that I'm a high placement. And I'm immediately relieved. I'm like, well, at least worst case scenario, now I'm not going home till episode 2. Which was a relief for me and my 3 suitcases. But I'm also at this point nervous because Ben has excused everyone to sit back down.
So the song you will be lip syncing to for the room is Physical by Dua Lipa.
And I about jumped out of my shoes when I heard that is exactly the song I wanted. I never get to do Dua Lipa. I'm such a Dua Lipa stan. And I never get to perform Dua Lipa as a great example, like as a drag king. Nobody wants to see the drag king do Dua Lipa. And I was like, bitch, the drag king's gonna do Dua Lipa. And I do it, I did.
Ironically, the fact that I was lip syncing against somebody who's like fucking does this professionally made it it was ironically less pressure because I was like, I'm not gonna win, but I'm gonna have a good time.
Alright, do you need to say anything for the start, or how do you want to do that?
Oh, I had something written, but I forgot. All right, something cute about secret agents. Go!
It's super entertaining to see people's personalities come out and watch how they interpret the music and the mood and bring that to life in their own expressions and movements.
Who needs to go to sleep when I got you next to me?
During lip sync, Kat is hot. Episode 1. Wow. Okay.
Thank God I am not lip syncing against either of them.
Who needs to go to sleep when I got you next to me?
I'm making eyes at the audience. I'm making eyes at every single camera. I'm making eyes at the judges. I am just trying to seduce the room and feel comfortable doing the one thing that I know I can do in this competition, which is lip sync.
There are not a lot of like places or spaces in everyday life that you get to just be super extra and go all out. So I'm having a lot of fun.
Holy fucking shit.
Wow. All right, so now the judges, they're both gonna put down who they think won. won the lip sync, and they're gonna hand me my cards, and then y'all know I'm just gonna make the decision on my own. No, small. It's gotta last all day.
Oh.
We've made our decisions. The winner of the first episode, and it was very close, is Kat.
I'm shocked. Ivy put up such a good fight, and I didn't know which one of us would win, but I am so excited that I won the first challenge, but also I am starting to get a little concerned because I think to myself, what if I'm putting a target on my back? I need to chill.
I'm not even mad because, like, she's a professional performer. Like, I'm not mad about it.
Honorable freaking mention to Ivy getting me my first split of the series, which is what I was hoping would happen. Yes. Yeah, first, second, third, and fourth.